A very good morning, dear students. In measurement and effects of heat, up to now we have learnt about how to measure the heat as well as temperature. We have also learnt about the devices which are used to measure the temperature as well as the heat. Today we shall learn about the effects of heat. In the previous classes, you have learnt about the two different effects of heat, that is expansion and contraction. Whereas second one is the change of state due to the heat can be absorbing heat or maybe giving away heat. Fine. So when heat is given to any substance, its temperature increases and it expands. The extent of expansion of any substance depends upon the increase in its temperature. Solids, liquids and gases all expand when heat is given to them. Also, when heat is taken away, you find that these substances contract. So, expansion and contraction is one of the effect of the heat. When you give heat, they expand, and when the heat is taken away or when the substance is cooled or the temperature of the substance is lowered, then the same substance will start contracting. So this is the first effect, that is expansion and contraction of heat, right? So based on this property only we shall learn about the first one, that is expansion of solids today. Okay, so let's see how expansion of solid takes place. Fine. So the first one is the linear expansion of solids. Okay, now what happens is that when any solid substance is heated, okay, you'll find that there is linear expansion of the solid, that is increase in the length of the wire or maybe a rod of the solid increases. Fine. Okay, again I'll repeat, the linear expansion of solid is the increase in the length of a wire or a rod of a solid due to increase in its temperature. Okay, so that means suppose if the length, original length is L1, and due to increase in temperature from T1 to T2 it has increased to length L2. So this will be called as the linear expansion of the solid. Means what? It is increasing in its length. Suppose if you give temperature or if you heat the solid substance, okay, lengthwise, you will find that the length of that solid substance will increase. Okay, so suppose the original length of the solid is L1, and by giving the temperature or changing the temperature, original temperature, let's suppose it is T1, and by increasing temperature the temperature changes to T2. Okay, so means higher temperature. Similarly, from length L1 there will be increase in the length and it will become L2. So let's try to find out how we can measure this length. Okay, so this length can be measured by finding the formula. Okay, so the formula, let's try to find that formula now. How we can find that formula? Okay, so the change in the length, always remember, is proportional, directly proportional to the original length and the increasing temperature. How much temperature you have increased. Okay, so it depends upon, the change in the length will always depend upon the original length of the solid substance. How much original length you have taken, also along with that how much temperature you are giving. That means the change in the temperature or increase in the temperature. An increase in the temperature, you have learned that it is nothing but denoted by a symbol, triangle symbol. That triangle symbol is also called as delta. So delta T is nothing but the change in the temperature, and change in the temperature is from lower to higher. Okay, from lower temperature to higher temperature, and remember higher temperature is always more than lower temperature. Therefore, whenever we have to find out how much is the increase in the temperature, we have to always subtract the lower number from higher number, that is T2 minus T1, wherein T2 is the increased temperature and T1 is the original temperature. Fine. So therefore when we are writing the change in the temperature, that is delta T, how much is the change? We have to subtract T1 from T2 and the formula becomes delta T is equal to T2 minus T1. So remember this, how is the change in temperature calculated. Then so we can write the change in length now. After giving some amount of heat to the substance, there will be change in the length, and that change in the length, how we can find out? So change in the length, you have just now learned that it is proportional to the original length, okay, whatever is the original length, that is L1, okay, and change in the temperature, that is delta T, and delta T is nothing but T2 minus T1, that you have to remember. Now what is change in the length now? Original length will be somewhat, suppose it is 5 centimeter and it has changed now after heating to 5.2 centimeter. So that means there is change in the length taking place. And how to find out how much is the change in the length? You will have to subtract 5 from 5.2, which will tell you that it is 0.2 centimeters, correct, which will be the change in the length. So change in the length also can be written as L2 minus L1, wherein L2 is the final length what is formed after heating and L1 is the original length. So how we can write now the formula? So the formula can be written as L2 minus L1 is proportional to L1, that is the original length, multiplied by change in temperature, that is delta T. Okay, so change in length can be written as L2 minus L1, which is proportional to, or it depends on the original length multiplied by, how much is the increase in the temperature. Fine. So we have to always remember in physics, we have to take out that proportionality sign. And to take out a proportionality sign, always remember a constant will be given. So here also there is a constant called as lambda. So therefore we can write this as now L2 minus L1 is equal to lambda multiplied by L1 multiplied by delta T. So we have now removed the proportionality sign and we have given one constant of proportionality, that is lambda here. Okay, now how we can write this as further? Okay, we want now what? The final length, and final length to find out, we have to take L1 that side, because we already know how much is the original length, but we need to find out now the final length, increase in the length, correct? So therefore we will take that L1 that side, and when we take that L1 that side, it will become minus, sign becomes plus. So the next formula will be something like this, that is L2 is equal to, okay, L1, okay, L1 when you take that side will become plus sign, okay, L1 plus lambda multiplied by L1 multiplied by delta T. So when you take that side, you find that L1 is common, okay, that is L1 plus lambda into L1 into delta T. So L1 becomes common, and therefore we can now write a formula as this way, okay, that is L2 is equal to L1 into, L1 which is common is taken out multiplied by 1, wherein L1 was there, you will now write it as 1 plus lambda delta T. Okay, in the second part it remains what? Lambda delta T. So this is the formula for finding out how much is the final length of, or after the expansion, okay, linear expansion. This is why it is called a linear expansion, because it has increased in the length. Okay, so now here what is lambda? Here lambda is the constant of proportionality, and it is called the coefficient of linear expansion of the solid substance. So you have to remember henceforth now that lambda is the constant of proportionality and is also called as the coefficient of linear expansion of the solid substance. So this is regarding the linear expansion of the solids. Now let's see whether only length can increase. No, even area can increase, even volume can increase. So let's study that also now. That is now areal expansion of solid. Okay, so let's learn now areal expansion of solid. When a sheet of a solid material is heated, the area of the sheet increases. Okay, so just like that of the length, even area can expand, and this is also called as areal expansion of the solid. So when we increase the temperature of the sheet of a solid material having some area A1 from temperature T1 to T2, due to which the area now becomes A2 due to expansion, and that then change in the area takes place, and it is given by the formula again A2 is equal to A1 into 1 plus sigma delta T, where sigma is the coefficient of areal expansion of the solid and delta T is the change in the temperature. So it is the same way how we have found out for the linear expansion. Here instead of linear expansion, area is increasing because increase in the temperature from T1 to T2, and therefore again the same formula we are writing. Instead of writing L now, we are writing A, and here coefficient of areal expansion, we are taking it as sigma. There we had used a letter called a symbol called as lambda. Here it is now sigma because it has to be different for both of them when we are calculating. So we need to have different types of symbol. So here it is the same formula like L2 is equal to L1 into 1 plus lambda delta T. Now since it is areal expansion, the formula becomes, instead of L2 we will write it as A2, and instead of L1 we will write it as A1. Instead of lambda we are writing here sigma. So the formula becomes now A2 is equal to A1 into 1 plus sigma delta T, where sigma here is the coefficient of areal expansion of the solid and delta T is the change in the temperature. Okay, so this is regarding the areal expansion of the solids. Now let's see about the third one, even volume can increase. Okay, so volume also can increase, and how is that volume increasing now? Let's see. Okay, now when this is the same one, that is the areal expansion, we will go for the next one, that is the volumetric expansion. Okay, so when any three-dimensional piece of a solid is heated, then it expands on all the sides, and here its volume increases. So let's suppose that initial volume, original volume is V1. So when it is heated, you will find that it is also, before heating you see and after heating you see. When we increase the temperature of a three-dimensional piece of a solid having volume V1 from T1 to T2, due to which its volume becomes V2. Okay, so then the change in the volume is given as V2 is equal to V1 into 1 plus beta delta T. Now here we are using the symbol beta, where beta is the coefficient of volumetric coefficient of the solid, and delta T is the change in the temperature. Okay, now do you know, okay, have you seen the rails? They are not continuous. A small gap is kept between them at regular intervals. So you can see a small gap here, right? So the gap, why this gap is kept? It is to accommodate the change in the length of the rails with the change in the temperature. Okay, now what does this mean? This means that you might have seen the rails, and these rails always have gap in between them, small gaps in between them. Fine. Now just now we have learnt about a volumetric expansion, that is when you increase the temperature of any three-dimensional object, it will expand on all the sides, and therefore its volume increases from V1 to V2 when the temperature is changed from T1 to T2. So if you see carefully, whenever you go to railway station, you always observe the rails. You will find that in between the rails, two rails, you will find that there is a small gap. Do you know why this gap is kept? it's because it is to accommodate the change in the length of the rails, because during summer the heat is too much, and therefore what will happen, the rails will start expanding, and due to its expansion what can happen, it will come up like this and there might be accidents. So if the gap is not kept, then the rails will get distorted. Okay, so due to the expansion in summer, which may lead to accident. Okay, so which is very dangerous. Okay, and therefore to avoid accidents, always remember the gap is kept between the rails. So even the length of the bridges can also increase due to expansion in summer, just like that of the rails. Okay, so the length of the 18-kilometer long Great Belt Bridge in Denmark increases around by 4.7 meters in summer. So can you imagine? So therefore a provision is made in the construction of the bridges to accommodate this expansion. Okay, so here this bridge, what you can see is the bridge, Great Belt Bridge in Denmark. Okay, so you can see how long it is, 18 kilometers long, and in the summer it can increase up to 4.7 meters long. So you can imagine that there will be accidents here also, and therefore there are lot of provisions made for this bridge also. So this is regarding the application point of view, effect of the heat. Okay, so we have learnt now expansion of the effect of the heat, that is expansion, and contraction due to increase in the increase or decrease in the temperature, or by giving heat or absorbing heat. Also you have learnt earlier that there is change in the state also taking place, and now in expansion we have learnt about the expansion of the solids, lengthwise, area wise and volume wise. Now in the next video we will learn about the expansion of the liquids. Okay students, thank you very much.